congratulations on behalf of the whole country for what was a fantastic performance. Has it sunk in yet? You're the world heavyweight champion.
It hasn't sunk in as yet, but I'm just, thank God I won, Ian. You know, I mean, I got this belt around me. It's like a dream come true. All the years I've been dreaming for this, I persevered, and I went with Frank Warren, and he gave me this opportunity, and Don King, and I thank him. I thank George, I thank Keith, I thank my brother, I thank John Bloomfield, I thank Rupert, I thank Springs, I thank Lanzarote, I thank everybody that watching the television, and I thank my wife, I thank my mum, I thank everybody for taking the opportunity, standing behind me. And it was tough in there, but I done it, you know.
You confounded the critics, Frank, because they said you could never last 12 rounds, that your stamina would go, but you proved them wrong.
I did. It was tough in there. It was tough, man, but I done it, you know. It's hard to sort of put it into words because I'm busted up at the moment, but I'm just over the moon, man. I'm happy, you know.
Don't worry about that, Frank. It's an emotional moment.
Uncle Tom, man. No way. I love my brother. I'm not Uncle Tom.
What about McCall? There was a lot of silly words spoken in the build-up to the fight. What were you saying to him there afterwards?
I just said I didn't say nothing about his dad. I would never say something about someone's dad, and I'm not Uncle Tom. I love my people. I'm not Uncle Tom. I'm not a sellout. That's all I said to him, you know. But Ian Dark, thank you for Sky for staying behind me. Thank you to Frank Warren, and thank you for Don King, and thanks for all the people staying behind me, and you know what I mean, persevering and sticking with me, man. Cheers.
You're very emotional now, and you should be emotional. Can you put into words that, I know it's a difficult time for you, Frank, but what this means to you, because you must have thought this would never happen?
If I won the £10 million lottery today, it wouldn't mean as much as this to me, because I got my son and I've got the belt, you know. I'm just grateful. It hasn't really sunk in. My wife's here, my kids there, and I'm happy. Thank you very much, Don, and thank you, Frank Warren, and Nigel Ben for sticking behind me and supporting me. Everybody that's behind me, you know. I'm sorry I'm being a bit emotional.
How important was that in the fight, Frank, with the support from Nigel Ben, because he was advising you, coaching you every step of the way?
Brother just kept on saying he keep cool, relax, it's all yours, but he's a tough son of a gun. Not a son of a gun, he's just a tough guy, you know, very, very tough. Very, very rough, and you know what I mean, I just persevered. It was very, very hard the last round, but I took some shots, and then people say I'm chinning now. I don't know, you know what I mean, it's just, Ian, Mr. Perm, man, I'm just happy. I'm happy, and thanks Glenn for supporting me, man, and staying behind me. I proved all the critics wrong. You know what I mean? So I'm just happy, man.
I mean, it's hard to say it now, but there's talk too down the road that you could make a mint fighting Mike Tyson. Don King standing behind us. That's all the talk. They're talking about £7 million. I mean, it's amazing, isn't it?
Frank Warren gave me this opportunity. I just want to go home. Hello, Rachel. I love you, darling. Hello, Franklin. That's my daughter. Hello, Christian. And hello to all the policemen, the CIDs at my house at the moment. Thank you very much, Michael Jackson, for looking after my house. Thank you. I love you all, man. Love you. Sorry to be emotional, but it ain't sunk in, and it's just unbelievable. Thank you.
Frank, well done tonight. I've been at ringside for every fight you've ever had. We're emotional for you too. Well done.
I'm no Uncle Tom. Believe that, please. Please, just believe that I'm no Uncle Tom.
Well,
but thank you very much.
I don't think anybody's seriously saying you are. Well done, Frank.
Cheers, thank you. Be home, Rachel. Love you, darling. Love you.
Heavyweight boxing champion of the world. The 33-year-old won on points after going the full 12 rounds with American Oliver McCall at Wembley Stadium last night. It was his fourth attempt at the title. Afterwards, he said it was like a dream come true. Ian Booth reports.
Frank Bruno entered Wembley Stadium 9 years after his first attempt, looking to succeed where so many other British heavyweights have failed. Within the first minute, Oliver McCall, the Atomic Bull, had the challenger up against the ropes. In round 3, Bruno connected with a right uppercut. The champion responded with a left that had Bruno on the ropes again. He got through with a left at the end of round 7. McCall sliced a straight right through to Bruno's chin. And in the 11th, the fans were cheering after this uppercut. Inside the last 30 seconds, and blood pours from Bruno's mouth. All the question marks over Bruno's stamina were forgotten. Winning on points, he was declared the new heavyweight champion of the world and entered boxing history for Britain. He can now expect a showdown with Mike Tyson that could bring him a £7 million paycheck.
More airstrike.
Heavyweight champion Frank Bruno says he plans to spend the next few weeks chilling out with his family before considering his next move. And he insists he's not afraid of another chilling prospect, a return fight with Mike Tyson. But Frank's daughter Rachel has mixed feelings. When asked if she wanted Dad back in the ring, she said yes and no.
With hardly a blemish on his face despite 12 punishing rounds of boxing, Frank Bruno proudly paraded his title and his little daughter Rachel before the world's press. After 4 attempts, now finally the world champion, Bruno aims to spend his time with his family and enjoy the glory of his win.
I just want to chill out and just relax and just spend some time and watch the kids grow up a little bit. I've wanted a son and to win the heavyweight championship of the world, and it's unbelievable that I've got the WBC championship belt, you know. That's the creme de la creme, the WBC. It's unbelievable, it's a miracle, mate.
And at today's news conference, there was even a chance for his daughter to grab the limelight.
We'll ask Rachel.
Yes.
No problem, speak, Rachel, relax, girl.
What did you think about watching your dad fight and his achievement, because he's the world champion now?
It was nice.
Were you worried at all?
Yeah.
Do you want to see him fight again?
I don't mind.
Frank Bruno knows his biggest payday will be when he stands toe-to-toe with Mike Tyson again, but he's in no rush to jump back in the ring.
At the moment, it's just going to be my wife, the kids, and at home. I'm not too sure what's going to be next. I'm just going to cherish a moment. If it's Tyson next, it's Tyson next. I'll just wait and see, you know.
Frank Bruno, or Sir Frank, as he'd like to be known if his dreams of a knighthood come true, is off to spend time now with his cherished family. But according to his trainer, it won't be long before he's back in the gym, despite the fact he won't be fighting again this year. Ross Appleyard, Sky News, Brentwood.
The clash would gross an estimated £60 million.
But you know, he's just a human being. He's been in prison for 3 years, been out of boxing for 4 years, and I think, you know what I mean, I would love to fight him again, mate.
Yeah, this Christmas, pantomime, we all know you, 3 seasons now in pantomime. What about pantomime this Christmas?
No pantomime. The only pantomime I'm going to do is in the bedroom with my wife and the kids in the front room, you know what I mean? I'm not doing no pantomime. Nothing planned for pantomime this year.
And Rachel?
A film or something like that, you know?
Rachel, how was Dad last night?
He was good.
He was good. Were you watching it?
Yeah.
All right, down. Cheers. Thank you very much. Cheers. Nice one. Thank you.
Well done, Big Frank. Really chuffed for him. I got myself in trouble on Saturday night. I was at a dinner party and well, relatively few people have satellite, so I had to go 3 houses up the street to watch the fight.
Well, between courses?
Yes, and then my wife phoned and said, get back, so...
I think she did.
Before the end, then I listened to it on the radio, but it was a great night, horse shouting for him. Well done, Big
We'll
Frank.
probably be doing it all over again very soon. Who do you think he should fight next?
Well, I think, like most people, you would just like him to retire as undefeated champ of the world.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, what else has he got to prove, as Barry McGuigan said on the programme today?
But he's going to do it, though, isn't he?
Well, it's Mike Tyson, Riddick Bowe or Lennox Lewis, isn't it? And
Tyson will be the big
next
one, though.
spring.
That'll
So
be the
there you
next
go.
big
But well
one.
done, Frank.
Yeah.
Good
Right
man.
behind you. Well
But where
done.
was Harry Carpenter?
I don't know. Where was Harry Carpenter?
South of France, people
Right.
say.
Big payday before he retires. The new WBC heavyweight champion is likely to defend his title against either Lennox Lewis or Mike Tyson. With the belt finally in his hands, Bruno could now command a sizable sum for a rematch with Lewis, the #1 challenger, and an even bigger one, a share of $100 million is the sum being talked about, for a rematch with Mike Tyson. For now, though, he's simply enjoying the satisfaction of achieving his lifetime dream.
Defence of his new WBC World Boxing crown. Then he says he wants a rematch with Mike Tyson. But co-promoter Don King says there's any number of possibilities.
When you talk about opponents that could be out there for him, naturally he's going to make it in the millions whoever he steps in the ring with. And as you know, he dropped the gauntlet on Tyson last night, and so Tyson is ready to accept. And so it's going to be a thing here that I think he should get a little rest and enjoy. But everyone, I have all 3 belts now. Thank God for that, and I really, you know, I'm so thank you, Jesus. So we can almost go in any direction, whatever it is. And so I think what we do is like to sort it out. But say probable opponents.
It's Deborah Simmons from Chorley, Paul from Balmain, Sylvia Norris from Rochford. Congratulations, Frank. We love you.
Thank you very much.
There we go. And loads of other things as well. Now, stay stuck to your screens because I'm going to be talking more to Frank in about 10 minutes' time. And Mark, what on earth are those?
I am going to play
Go on, show them.
American basketball with the Harlem Globetrotters, and these are in fact...
Trained and dedicated myself, and I came home with the belt the other day, so they're very, very happy.
But do you ever get, I mean, your daughters, I mean, obviously Franklin, not old enough yet to talk, but your daughter Laura just saying, please stop now, because you're going to hurt yourself.
Not really, you know what I mean? No one wants to see their husband or their boyfriend or their girlfriend or daughter or anyone get hurt, you know what I mean? But unfortunately, you know what I mean, some do get hurt and some don't get hurt. But I've been working for so long, and it's so nice to beat the heavyweight champion of the world at WBC. It's like a dream come true, and it hasn't really sunk in as yet. But I'm very, very happy, Gabby, and they're very happy.
Laura's with you all the way.
She'll back me whatever I do, because she's my wife and I'm her husband, and I'm trying to put corn on the table and put security on the table for my family. Nobody can take that away from me, and my ultimate dream was winning the heavyweight championship of the world, and I've done it, and I'm very happy.
I know that, and your family are very important to you, but was it the 6 weeks that you were apart before that?
7 weeks.
7 weeks?
Yeah.
How did you cope with
It was very, very hard, you know, because my kids had their birthdays when I was away, and the little Franklin was born, and I've just moved into a beautiful house, and I haven't really had a chance to really look around and understand it. But, you know, everybody was beautiful. The support, the family was wicked, the trainers, everybody involved was unbelievable. I'd like to take the opportunity of thanking everybody for turning up at that night at Wembley, and everybody for watching and supporting me. It was wicked, it's unbelievable. Thank you very much.
Well, and many congratulations from us all as well.
Thank you, Gabby. Nice one.
Your family support is all important to you.
Cheers.
Can we just clear up something? We've been hearing in the news all morning about Oliver McCall.
Yeah.
I know we can't mention it at the moment, but did you know anything about this?
I didn't know nothing about it at all. I knew that he was a very, very strong guy, you know. I trained very hard, but he was very, very strong. All I can say, I don't know too much about it. I'll leave what I read on the news. And I just hope everything clears itself up, because I don't want to get libelous. I don't want to say nothing.
Absolutely. But it was the first time you heard about it this morning.
First time I've heard about it, but I hope everything's okay and it sorts itself out.
Absolutely. You know? And I think we're just another huge big cheer for the heavyweight champion of the world.